Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. All right. Get my grumpy back on here. I don't understand. I don't understand this. Now the New York civil trial gag order has been stayed by an appellate court because they're concerned that Donald Trump is losing his First Amendment rights to defame people, on the one hand, I get it. They're making darn sure that his civil rights aren't being violated because he's such a freaking crybaby. He's always a victim. That there's some concern that maybe there's some legal justification that he might be able to come up with. But at the same time, for most people, they don't need to have gag orders put on because they show some decorum. And he can't seem to do that. So now he's free to insult the judge's clerk as much as he wants without any repercussions whatsoever. What's the over-under on that? Since it's already been announced, I haven't even checked to see if he's already insulted her. I'm sure it's happened already, and probably the over-under is 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time when for some reason on a gold-plated toilet, he feels the need to post up on social media and air out his grievances while other things, I hope the bathroom has a big fan on it for the other things that need to air out for that guy. Oh, God, for all the microbiologists out there, I wonder what his phone screen's like, What if he washes his hands? I'm sure he washes his hands. He's a germphobe. I wonder if he has a bidet. That way he doesn't have to touch his bung. Life's ponderables. Don't stay up at night wondering. I won't. I promise you. Okay, well, that was a random thought. But, okay, here's not a random thought is what's going on with all these stays of gag orders? Spiritually, what's going on? Why is this happening? Because any reasonable person can understand why there's gag orders in there, and the probability that they're going to impact anything is small. So why is Spirit wanting him to just spew? What's the advantage? You know what the problem is? It's probably not for us. And that might be it. What's going on? Queen of Swords. Just things need to be made very black and white, cut and dry. Trump likes to push the fringes and the edges on things. He loves living in the gray zones, as it were. And this is going to be, cut and dry decisions that are being made. It's almost like things have to be put on display. It's so obvious that even the most critically... The person lacking the most critical thinking skills could even see this one. They need to make it black and white. In agreements. I think there's also going to be like a standardization of what can be gagged and what can't be gagged. You know what I mean? It's like, again, with Donald Trump, he's always trying to get away with stuff. Always trying to get away with things, always pushing the envelope. So you need to define the line. Draw the line in the sand with your sword. You step over the line, there's going to be consequences. And right now, maybe things just aren't standardized enough to do that. Is there anything here about other people needing to see this? Possibly. You can make the things like you have to make it really obvious to the MAGA folks so that even they can agree with you. It's like, yeah, he's kind of over the line there. He definitely stepped over the line. But the thing is, their rock bottom is way lower than my bar of ethics and morality. I can't lower it to the point where these folks are. So, anyway, what do we got? In the past, spiritual meaning for gag orders. Let's stay focused on what the question is. Well, that's not a bad card, is it? The only thing she doesn't have is a gag in her mouth. Blindfolded and bound, held to standards. Normally, people aren't attacking folks in the court. People show decorum and ethics and morals, but not Donald Trump. He attacks everybody. So I think part of it is they want to demonstrate, legally document that he wasn't constrained. That anything he did out of his own free will, and he'll suffer the consequences of it, but that they gave him every chance and beyond every chance to not do what he was doing. But right now he just screams victim. I'm a victim. They're withholding my rights. Current situation is the Queen of Pentacles. I think the appeals courts are looking at these cases, and these cases are way more important than gag orders. In other words, let them talk. These cases are more important than that. They're valuable, and it's not worth losing a case because you want him to shut up, because he's just rude, crude, loud, and he's a lout. That's pretty much all I'm getting from that. And there's a little rabbit there, by the way. Don't know what that means. Maybe it's Easter time. We'll get chocolate bunnies for Easter. Page of Cups. MAGAs. QAnon people. Gagging him. Putting a gag order gets them all worked up because freedoms. Having them ungagged doesn't matter because they like what he says anyways. Making these decisions like that, valuing these court cases, it's not going to impact these people. They don't care. It's everybody else that needs to be convinced. And most of those people are already convinced that Trump needs a gag order. But there's probably some small faction of people that aren't QAnon MAGA nuts that still think that he should have his right to speak his mind. And they're the ones that that need to be worked on. The lesson to be learned is the Empress. He's been given every chance, all sorts of opportunities to behave himself and act with dignity. And if he refuses to act with dignity, then there's going to be consequences for that. What are the consequences going to be? We don't know. The consequences are unknown. There's confusion. That's probably why they're going to the appeals courts. They don't know how to handle this. There's no precedent for them to work off of, so they're going to have to create their own precedent on this. Not to mention, you let him talk enough, he's just going to show that he's cray-cray. He's full moon crazy as he keeps chopping at the edges here. Now, I think there was something that Bo, the Fifth Column, had put out there recently that Trump's in trouble and he knows it, and basically, it might have been actually one of my viewers. It was somebody I read that was interesting. As he's cornered, he's going to lash out more. And he's going to say more wild things like, he, like that thing. I had this fantasy of somebody putting Judge Engeron and Letitia James and citizen arresting them. Oh, I want to throw in that too. Think about what the messaging is on that. He doesn't want them arrested. He wants them citizen arrested. Vigilantism. That's the messaging that's going out there. You don't have to be a law enforcement officer or a New York beat cop to take them down. You can just be anybody and put them under arrest. Probably like, the same way that they were going to take Gretchen Whitmire. I think that's the governor of Michigan that they were going to kidnap, put on trial, and execute out in the woods. All these fragile males. Good Lord. Okay, so spiritually speaking, Trump's kind of crazy. He's gnawing at the edges of on the fringe stuff, and they need to make things black and white, and maybe even standardize punishments, but they don't have any precedent to go off of right now, so they're kind of making precedent as they go. What's going to be the result of these gag orders? Because I can imagine that I don't think it's going to be one's going to be held up and the other's going to be knocked down. I think they're both going to go the same way. So what's going to happen with these gag orders? For Carter. Fighting with advantage. Beating back challenges. Yeah, I think they're going to. I think what's going to happen with gag orders, they will be reinstituted because they've gone to the appeals courts and they've beat back all the most obvious or likely arguments. And once they've shown that they can beat those things, then the gag orders are fine. Another 7. It's showing the value of this and integrity. That no, Trump's lacking integrity. He can't keep his mouth shut. He just criticizes and rips apart everything around him. And it doesn't matter if it's benefiting him or hurting him. Yeah, it's almost like they have to put a gag order to protect him from himself. There's an interesting bit. Strength card, center underneath it. Mastery. When the gag orders get put back in, there's going to be some teeth to them this time. I wonder if they'll be able, now that they know the gag orders are okay with the appellate courts, now they can actually put some teeth into those. And, the prosecutors and the judges can sit back and prosecute and judge. But the judges in this case can actually do what they need to do. And they'll start with fines, and they will work up from there. So, gag orders, I believe, will be reinstituted. I don't know how long it will take. Any length of time, in my opinion, is too long, but people don't ask me my opinions on these things. Because, why? All together now? Because I'm just some random dude on the internet throwing tarot cards around. That's why. Okay. What was the thing I just said I wanted to read on? My poor memory. Darn it. Wish I hadn't forgotten that. Anything else I want to do with gag orders? We'll just focus this on gag orders. Anything else I want to do with gag orders? Oh, yeah. Might as well just for fun because we know he's going to do it. I don't even need to throw on it. If he's going to attack Judge Engeron's court clerk here. Because he's going to. Of course he's going to. Anything else with this? I kind of want to do a four-carder on this. Yeah, let's find out. Before the weekend is up. Will Trump have gone after Engeron's court clerk? 6 of Swords. That would seem to indicate a no. Now moving away to calmer shores. Hermit. What do we got going on here? Disappointment. I'm not sure what to make of this. It's almost like he won't do it because he's concerned about, getting fined in the future or something. What is going on with this? Is this even answering the question I asked? We got the 6 of Swords. Maybe when the holidays are over, or during the holidays, he may not just have the time or energy to do it. There might be something else that's distracting him. What is going on with this? Sorry. I think. Okay. I think I got it. This happens every once in a while. I ask a question, and in my mind, I've got a pretty good idea what the question is, and then the cards just don't make any sense, and I'm left here going, what are you trying to say? I think what this is that kind of what we're hoping for is that when the gag orders are suspended, that things will calm down because he's not being told no. Tell somebody they can't do something like, I don't know, you can't go outside without wearing a mask. Now you've got these commandos maskless commandos out there during COVID without their masks on. So by saying that he can talk freely, they're hoping that calms him down a little bit because he can do whatever he wants and whenever he wants to do it. And maybe we're hoping that things will calm down. But we will be disappointed because Donald Trump's going to show us who he is, as he always does, and he's going to do it quickly and recklessly. Now, I would expect that when I saw this card, it's like, well, he's definitely going to be talking about stuff. And, it'll be interesting what it reveals. Because he's not going to say anything that's truthful, but he does a lot of projection. Maybe he's upset that his railing on the court clerk doesn't really result in anything. I suspect what's going to happen is this disappointment is going to be that the gag orders get reinstated and he really didn't get anything out of it. And then things will calm down because what he's a chaos agent. He wants things to be crazy. And when the gag orders get reinstituted, things will calm down and he won't get what he wanted. But there's going to be fines again. There will be fines again with this. Obviously, it doesn't happen until the gag orders are reinstated. But maybe what it could also be is when they lift the gag orders, they're going to watch his behavior and see what he does. And that's probably going to play a part in their decision. If they lift the gag order and immediately he starts attacking witnesses, threatening witnesses, obstructing justice, and stuff like that, that will probably weigh against him when they're debating whether or not they should reinstitute him, because he can't control himself. He has no decorum, no class. Okay. Anyways, gag orders. They will be reinstituted. Donald Trump won't be able to help himself. And hopefully that they will be enforced and with teeth this time. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for doing everything you do to help feed the YouTube algorithm so my video makes it out to new viewers. To those new viewers, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.